Hello and welcome to the World Around Us news about our environment. I am Sister Jacinta Antoinette Okoth bringing you today's edition. This year marks the 10th anniversary of Pope Francis' groundbreaking encyclical letter Laudato Si that calls for ecological conversion. Released in 2015 just before the Paris Climate Summit, the encyclical urged us to care for our common home through sustainability, social justice, and environmental stewardship. To explore more on how the encyclical has shaped environmental actions over the past years, Brother Adolf Mugume of the Holy Cross Congregation and founder of an environmental group in Uganda narrates to Vatican media how young people are taking lead on climate action, blending faith with tangible solutions.
I've been involved with mentoring a group of young people in Uganda called the Laudato Youth Initiative since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. This initiative grew out of the need to give hope. During the pandemic, as you may know, we witnessed the urgent need for climate action, especially the heightened increasing natural disasters and the environmental degradation, witnessing the effects of pollution, climate injustice, really motivated me to create a platform where youth could engage in meaningful action in response to the message of the encyclical Laudato Si, and with emphasis on our shared responsibility to care for our common home, encouraging young people to unite and be the change they want to see. We need to form a generation of climate resilient people, as Pope Francis in his encyclical Laudato Si tells us, as well as in the Catholic social teachings. We aim to empower youth to take action for our planet and advocate for sustainable living, encouraging them to become active participants in a journey to ecological conversion, as we are called by the Church to address the escalating global warming. And I chose to front the youth because they are the future leaders who will inherit the consequences of today's environmental decisions. Engaging them fosters a sense of responsibility and hope, allowing them to become champions for change in their families and communities. We are also mentoring a climate-resilient generation of Laudato youth who will grow up with the understanding and values needed to approach environmental issues practically. With the presence of the media, we opted to adopt using the media to sensitize people about the dangers of adapting to climate change as a solution for the then COVID pandemic. Again, began in person engagement in April 2022, and a year later, we thought it ways and came up with a very amazing program that we launched called the Laudato Si Festival. Having entered into the field to see what happened after the aftermath of the pandemic, there was much good because the world had rested, but there was a lot of harm that was going on in communities and families. People really destroyed the environment. So the Laudato Si Festival became like an iconic event, which was an annual event that unites communities and organizations for concrete actions encouraging corporate social responsibility aligned with caring for creation, but also engaging the intergenerational relationship of the young people reaching out to communities to serve and help people know about Laudato Si. What was interesting and has still stands out unique of us is how much we are able to communicate Laudato Si using things like festivities, which people know and like. And I think if you go to Uganda today, in most institutions of learning and in parishes and dioceses, you find a lot of Laudato Si activities taking place because of our initiative.
Brother Adolf narrates further that Laudato Youth Initiative has made a positive impact in society, acknowledging that yes, it is worth celebrating the Pope's inspirational document.
We are reaching far as Kenya and Tanzania. The youth are now feeling we as African youth also have something to bring on table as far as interpreting church documents are concerned. So we go to parishes, we go to dioceses, we go to schools, and we form Laudato Si clubs, even in communities. One of the big things that we are reaping as a fruit is getting in the realities of families justice and dealing with issues of climate change, but also social justice at the same time. And for me, that is more meaningful because we are directly engaging actually the Catholic social teachings as well. And when you see where we operate from, we do not only have clubs in Catholic schools, we've had amazing clubs in non-Catholic schools. A case in point is one school in Uganda called Nyakasura School. Kasura School is a Protestant-founded school, but we have a club there. That club is standing at the testament in Uganda among many clubs, and if you went on the media and found out what they are doing, it's impressive. And I think they have been able to mobilize other environmental organizations to work with them together on how do they really support for and to see environmental action going on to this problem which has been existing for long, and the young people feel we have the answers, we are not given the opportunity to implement them. What we are actually doing is helping them transfer the knowledge of what they learn in their clubs. They can go and do it at their homes, and when people see the fruits of what they are doing home, they can easily go and also start up something in the community. We have also pioneered something very strong on parish levels, interfaith conferences during the season of creation. Actually, I was very impressed when I came to realize that actually the different faith groups out there have a message which is more like what Laudato Si asks us. The world is truly something we share in common, and in the environment we all are one.
Even though various stakeholders, governments, organizations, and faith communities have embraced the call of Laudato Si, climate change remains an urgent crisis with critical gaps still left to be addressed. To shed light on these pressing issues, we now turn to Sister Stella Maris Kimau of the Daughters of Sacred Heart Congregation, who has also been journeying with young children in Kenya on environmental care to highlight some of the key challenges that demand attention.
If I really look around here, for me, I feel that not many people have been educated on the issue of the environment. Even though there are groups that come and talk to them, there are just a few groups that have been told about it, but it has not reached everybody. Again, when it comes also to the economy, like puts a gap, it's a big gap because you find that many of them are not able to buy like gas and other fuels that could be used rather than using the trees. And then again, I feel that the sacredness of nature is not there in people. And so we are not able to restore the reverence of nature to its place. So I feel those gaps are there, the educational gap, there is the sustainability, the transitioning to the sustainable, and also inclusivity and equitability.
That was Sister Stella Maris Kimau, and before her you heard from Brother Adolf Mugume sharing insights on Laudato Si